and welcome to It Happened One Holy Week, Thursday edition, Maundy Thursday edition. A blessed Maundy Thursday to all of you who are listening right now. Today's will hopefully be like less than 5 minutes long. The Father's been getting after me to make them a little shorter, so I did my best today, although there's a lot to cover. I also, to keep in mind, I added in the events of early Friday morning to cut down on what we'll be going over tomorrow. So I'm going to be stopping right before they take Jesus to Golgotha proper, but we will be going over some of the events of Friday. So let's get started. On Thursday, the disciples they have to find somewhere to eat the Passover, and so there's the whole part about the donkey and how the master will ask you why are you untying the donkey and the colt and the whole thing about how the upper room is all getting ready, and I'm not going to go through all that, but that's in the Thursday day. And then the evening, once they go to the upper room, Jesus washes the disciples' feet, and after that they start eating, and Jesus says, "One of you will betray me," and there's the whole thing with the one who dips the bread into the same cup as me and all that, and Judas asks, "Is it I, Lord?" And Jesus says, "You have said so." After that, there is the Last Supper and the institution of the Lord's Supper, and the first Lord's Supper, essentially. Then Jesus says, "All of you will leave me tonight," and they'll say, no, we won't. And Peter says, "I would rather die than leave you or deny you." And Jesus says, before the rooster crows, "You will deny me 3 times. After that, they go to Gethsemane, and Jesus prays, and the disciples fall asleep. And then Jesus wakes them up, and then Jesus prays, and the disciples fall asleep, and that happens again. After that, Judas comes with the chief priests and the scribes, and the whole betrayal happens with Peter cutting off the high priest's servant's ear and all that crazy, and the disciples fleeing. Then Judas and his band take Jesus to Caiaphas, the high priest, and Peter follows them to the courtyard by the fire where he will later deny Jesus. During this time, Jesus is questioned and by the high priest, and then early in the morning, Peter denies Jesus before the rooster crows 3 times. After that, Jesus is delivered to Pontius Pilate and on trial there. Judas then commits suicide during this time after realizing that he's done wrong and trying to return the silver to the high priest, who will not take it back. The Barabbas is chosen over Jesus to be set free for the Passover by the crowds during this time. So after Jesus' suicide before Pilate, who then declares Jesus innocent and washes his hands and gives him to the crowds to do what they will with him. And then the soldiers are mocking Jesus. And after they mock Jesus, they take him to Golgotha. So that's where we wrap up today. This has been the fast run through of Maundy Thursday. Thanks for tuning in to It Happened One Holy Week Thursday edition, and we'll see you all tomorrow on Good Friday.